Welcome, everyone. I'm Gina Neff. I'm the director of the Minderoo Centre for Technology and Democracy. We welcome you here to our second Technology and Democracy Conference. I'm so grateful to see all of you here today. Thank you to Magdalen College and for hosting us and helping us with this wonderful venue. I have a few points of housekeeping first. We have this entire lovely center to ourselves today and tomorrow, including the auditorium, 5 seminar rooms, the gallery space, and English weather permitting, the lovely space in the gardens outside. So make yourselves at home. If you need to step into a quiet corner, if you need to take a call, there are spaces to do so. There are no fire drills that we expect. Except the 5-alarm fires that are drills that are going on now. If an alarm does sound, there are 4 exits to this room. They are marked on each of the corners. Our team, my fantastic and amazing team, are on hand. You can identify them because their name badges have red stripes on them. Navneet and Tom are in the back. You've seen Christine and Zainab and Bai, I'm sure, earlier this morning. You should have a program of things happening over the 2 days. For the breakout sessions, we imagined these as interactive discussions. You have a choice among 5 on each slot, and these will be in the rooms 1 to 5. There is one small change that I will announce a little later. So that's my cueing you to know that there is a change coming. We are asking you to organize yourselves for those. So pick one, join a conversation. Again, the point of this is to make sure that you connect. Part of why we are doing this is to build capacity and resilience in the networks around technology and democracy. You all have a very important job to do. I'm tasking you with helping to build and expand those networks because we have work to do together. Recording and photography, very important. In this auditorium, we are recording. In this auditorium, we are saying things on the record, and our recordings will be available on the web. We're not streaming live. Breakout rooms are operating under the Chatham House rule, and that means that a member of our team will be in there taking non-attributable notes. We will circulate a very high-level process of those conversations for you all. If you're, we have photography happening. If you don't want to be in photographs, please find a member of our team. We'll work to accommodate you. If you're talking about the conference, please do talk about the conference on social media. You can tag us, you can follow us. We have accounts on all the major social media. Fight me about the one we're still on. And I will tell you why it's important to be on there. So now, before we launch, indulge me just a moment, truly, for why I think we are here together. And that is to answer the question, what does this moment demand of us? We knew this time would come. We have been warned by many. We are seeing a radical reshifting of the post-World War II order, coupled with rapid economic reconfiguration. We are seeing the entrenchment of technological infrastructure, unlike anything any of us have seen in our lifetimes. Few could imagine that this would happen this quickly or this way. In fact, 6 months ago, I was very optimistic. 6 months ago, in the UK, I thought, we have a new government, they will bring in a progressive tech policy. Cue laughter. But here's the thought that has struck me literally with terror. Terror, sheer terror, I admit. Over the last 5 weeks, since hearing the shredding of that world order by Vice President Vance and the Trump administration at the Munich Security Conference and actions since then, I realize we are not at peace. We are not in a Pax Americana anymore. We are not in what some have called a Pax Technica. We are literally at war. The war is upon us. Now, it's not here yet as things we would understand as war. There are active engagements. Talk to anyone in security and military, and they will say the line between war and peace is not a clear one. And we are not at peace at the moment. We cannot say that. We have active engagements in subsea cables, electricity grids, pipelines, transport, and our digital information environment. In fact, the Associated Press has documented 59 acts of Russian sabotage on NATO governments that have credibly, these are governments have credibly blamed Russia for these acts of sabotage. This includes, of course, extraordinary pressures on our shared sense of reality, our media institutions, and the very foundations of liberal democracy. Now, make no mistakes. Please do not mistake this. These pressures are causing changes around the world, and this is a global reordering. We are not safe here in the UK. I say this as a British American. Now, this is not the conference I thought I would be putting on 6 months ago when we ushered in a new government. But here we are. What does this moment demand of us? Now, our American friends are reeling from attacks on their health, their education, the environment, and they are facing a constitutional crisis. You'll hear more, I'm sure, from our American speakers. The American retreat from the responsibilities of decency mean our friends and allies in the humanitarian sector, they're struggling. They're struggling that the soft power that was enabled by that Pax Americana is simply gone. The UK government, many of us had great hopes that we would have a progressive and a modern approach to technology policy. However, they have shown their colors. Those colors have been bought by money, fancy lobbyists whispering mainline AI into the veins of the nation. Anyone watching what is going on in the United States right now should look back at that phrase uttered by our Prime Minister and shake with fear. Anyone who is hearing that we will mainline AI into the veins of this nation and simultaneously cut 50,000 civil servant jobs at the moment we're trying to go through a complex digital transformation should shake with fear. So what do we do? What does this moment demand of us? How are we going to build possible new futures for liberal democracies that work? The old order is gone. We have work to do. And over the next 2 days, I hope that you will be inspired to think through how you can play a part in that. So let me tell you a little bit about what we're going to do. We have these sessions in here where we will come together and think, and we will culminate the end of our 2 days together in really planning forward around 5 key propositions that may or may not be how we might want to organize our work going forward. We have brought you together from very different corners of tech policy, of civil society, of industry, yes, industry, to think through how do we build the digital future that we need. What we will do in between are these conversations around these interactive breakout sessions. They are designed for you to meet one another. They're designed for you to hear from diverse parts of this problem. And they're designed to help us build resilient capacity for going forward. Now, on that note, allow me to begin to introduce what we're going to do this morning. We have a spotlight talk followed by a panel to really help fire start how we're going to think about this relationship between technology and democracy. May I introduce my friend, an incredible thinker, Zizi Papakuritsi. Zizi is UIC Distinguished Professor of Communication and Political Science at the University of Illinois, Chicago, and Department Head of Communication there. She is also university scholar and affiliate faculty with the Discovery Partners Institute and the University of Illinois System. Her work focuses on the social and political consequences of online media. She has published 10 books, including After Democracy, Imagining Our Political Future. Zizi is also the editor, founding and current editor of the open access journal, Social Media and Society. Will you please join me in welcoming to the panel, Zizi Papakuritsi.